Time now for us to bring you our community watch, and this morning, former President John Kufour has appealed to the Ga people to unite and find a lasting solution to chieftaincy disputes within the Ga state in order to bring about development. He made the appeal when some elders from Nungua paid a courtesy call on him to announce the death and funeral arrangements of one of the most prominent high priests of the Ga state, the late Gborbu Wulormor. Bokite Lawe Churo, the 32nd. Gabriel Obodai Tagwashon has more of this story.
Coming your way from the residence of former President John Kufour, where we have elders from the Nungua traditional area here to pay a courtesy call on him and formally notify him about the passing away of the Gborbu Wulormor, and also to share with him arrangements for the funeral. So just wait patiently as we take you there to know exactly what will transpire, the details of the meeting. Then after that we shall talk more to establish the real significance of who the Gborbu Wulormor Nomo Bokite Lawetru really is.
Ke we bi ene wo hia le fon she ke wo Nungua traditional area ka gbene wo gadangbe ku efe wo nyeme lame gamen usubi ke wonumo Nungua mankralu ke wonumo gbelefo wo ba bia ne wo ba wo tue no ye wonumo Bokite Lawe chulu ni echo ese
to present 2 bottles of schnapps and also program outline to the former president in the person of President John Kufour. So he's having a look at the program outline for the funeral. And then you can see from our shots the 2 bottles of schnapps. I believe soon he would also come out and then respond to the message.
The great Wulormor, whom I had privilege to know when I was president of our country. He was a great leader, and under his watch, I believe we attained some peace in the Ga state. I really haven't had any news of him lately, and so I just didn't know he was on his way out. The important thing is that in our lives we have to perform our roles to the best limits we can, and he did it. For him to have risen to become the Wulormor, it was no mean achievement. He was a leader of his people. Traditionalist, yes, but I would say that people without tradition are not a people, and we must respect our cultures because we are defined by them. So he played his role. He was a popular figure and very public figure, and it's sad that you have to deliver this news, but as I say, many of us come, when the time comes for us to go, we go without announcement. People just don't get to know. So when you go with your society acknowledging you, then it means you have paid your dues. And on this basis, I want to thank the delegation and the Ga state for dispatching the delegation to come and announce the death of the great leader to me, and also to, as custom demands, invite me to be part of the mourning. Message I want to give to you to take back to the State Council is that I feel really honored that you remembered me, and I accept the invitation and that I want the entire state and then the bereaved family to know that my heart is out there with them, and that in due course I'll come and play my role in seeing him off. So let's hold together. Life must continue, and it must go on positively. My prayer is that within the Ga State, we all aspire for some peace and harmony and unity. Lately, we read so many things in the media about succession and litigation and that sort of thing. Ga State is the home of the capital city of our nation, Ghana. And whatever happens here tends to radiate or vibrate through the land. So I would appeal to all the elders and citizenry to work for harmony and let the proper thing happen. Yes, there might be uterine brothers aspiring. It's a power. Wherever there's power, there's tension. But there should be order to power. Otherwise, power becomes explosive and destructive. So I hope the state authorities would hold together and streamline succession so there would be peace, so we all can live within this capital city happily, harmoniously. So thank you for coming. This one is for mourning, but I've seized the occasion to also make an appeal. And with the mourning, I have assured you, I stand with the state in mourning and the entire bereaved family. And God willing, you at least feel my presence during the mourning ceremonies.
So you heard from the former president, His Excellency John Kufour. I have with me President of the Gadangbe Europe, and she leads Gadangbe's living in the diaspora, particularly those in Europe. Welcome to Metro TV.
Yeah, thank you. As a Gadangbe and a leader of the Gadangbe Europe, whenever I come down and anything concerning Gadangbe, I have to be present.
I know this is a very sad moment for the Gadangbes, but we heard the former president giving a word of advice for all Gadangbes to bring about peace and harmony and to bring about development. What's your take on this advice by the former president?
I was really touched when he gave this advice because it's all on our heart that Gadangbe we have to be together and know who have to be on the throne when the time comes. So we are all praying to God that where one or two come together, there's understanding, and then we go forward. As Accra is the center of Ghana, I hope when there is peace in Accra, there will be peace everywhere.
There are some of the traditional leaders of Gadangbe, particularly of the Gans watching us now.
Yeah.
Any advice for them?
Yes, I would like to tell all Gadangbes to come together, that we have to know that where there is love, there's always peace, and where there is forgiveness, there's always ongoing. And so I plea to all Gadangbes to come together, leave all differences behind, so that we move forward as one people.
Madam Adole Coleman, thank you very much. And if you don't know the Gborbu Wulormor, he is actually one of the most prominent Gadangbe high priest here within the Gadangbe state. So that's what has been announced. On Tuesday, which is 28 February 2017, he will be laid in state for public viewing. And on Wednesday, it continues. Wednesday actually falls on the 1st of March. And this would bring about public filing past and various clan heads and then indigenes of the Gadangbe state and well-wishers will be allowed to go in and then view the late Gborbu Wulormor, or late high priest. Then on Thursday, 2nd March, we are looking at the public viewing continuing, but this time round he wouldn't be viewed by only the clan heads, but it would be raised a bit higher, where we would have chiefs and other traditional rulers, including invited dignitaries, to come and then bid farewell to the late high priest, or Gborbu Wulormor. Then later in the day, on Thursday, still on the 2nd of March, between 8 p.m., and you may want to take keen interest in this, between 8 p.m. on Thursday evening to 3 a.m. on Friday, there shall be a curfew throughout the Nungua traditional area, and they have a number of places that this curfew would affect. Spintext, Sakumono, Adogon, Buade, Okwegono, Bachona, Kotobabi, as I mentioned earlier, Boteman, Lashibi, Klangon, and some other nearby villages all fall under Nungua. So if you stay there on Thursday from 8 p.m. to Friday 3 a.m., you are all expected to adhere to this curfew, to be indoors and respect the traditions of the Nungua people, and in extenso the custom. So I still want to continue and then end this program outline briefly. We are now on Friday, 3rd March, and on that very day there shall be special sacred rites by the priests and priestesses of the Nungua traditional area, and there shall also be performance of their traditional dance, which is called Obeneshimo. And the most important day during the funeral timetable falls on Saturday, that is 4th March 2017. This is when the burial would be taking place. He'll be buried in the royal mausoleum. So this is what you ought to know. Sunday then becomes a sacred Gborbu Sunday, where all the indigenes are to come together, have solemn moments, and then reflect on the way forward for the people of Nungua. So basically, this is what you ought to know. But most importantly, there shall be roadblocks, particularly on the Saturday when the priest would be buried. And they are letting everyone know that a diversion will be taking place at the Teshi First Link. So when you're coming from La, there shall be a diversion at the Teshi First Junction through the Century Road and the Nungua barrier through Buade, respectively. So the main beach road from Teshi to Nungua barrier will be blocked. So they've showed you where to pass through the first junction, through the Century Road. Then you end up at Nungua barrier. If you are going to Tema, you continue there. If you are going to Klagon or Ashaiman, then you go onward. So please take note and then act accordingly. My name is Gabriel Ubudai Togbashon. Bye-bye for now.